9:15 on your Thursday, and one of the most vulnerable groups to this virus is the homeless population. So now, if you receive an antibody test, a free test will be given to a veteran or a person suffering from homelessness at St. Vincent de Paul. So Gibby joining us with more on how this whole thing works. Hey, Gibby.
Hey there, Scott. You know what? A good friend of ours, Nick Lowery, who's, giving back to the community so much, he's teaming up with the St. Vincent de Paul. And, they help out on a daily basis when it comes to homeless here in the Valley. And we know they are often forgot about. And when you think about it, they group up in huge groups a lot of times, Nick. And the problem is they're walking around, maybe they've been they've been sick or not been sick. I just spoke with Jerry, who's with the St. Vincent. He said, luckily, none of their staff or the folks who have come in here have contracted the virus. That's a good thing, but you're going to help out by bringing in these tests. You're starting out with about 200.
Yeah, so we're excited to have donated 200 of these tests that the governor validated yesterday with Dr. Robbins at the U of A. It's a pinprick test, a little bit like a pregnancy test, but we're really excited because this sends such a powerful message that the homeless are important and they're the most vulnerable community here. It's also a 10-minute test, so it's very efficient. We're going to start on Tuesday at St. Vincent de Paul's Ozanam Center with the elderly population there, or people over 50. But we're really excited because these tests are efficient. They're 92% accurate, which is a lot better than the previous tests. And it gives people not only peace of mind, it's going to give us the demographics to really understand how it's working and how it's propagated and stopped in this state much more effectively.
You being a former NFL player, a lot of major sports are saying this is the test that they are going to use to help them get back into the community and get back playing again.
Yes.
So it shows you how essential it is to get these homeless folks checked out as well.
Yeah, and frankly, with sports teams, if they're doing it every day, which they'll have to do, 162 baseball games, it may be a shortened season, as one example, they're going to need an efficient test that's accurate, but also isn't going to take up their day. But we need to have that confidence so we don't have a second wave, which could easily happen if we start too soon and too fast.
All right, Dr. Nancy, who's here with us as well. And Dr. Nancy, you are going to have these in your clinics. How important is this? Because I think folks still, no matter how many times you tell them this antibody test, it isn't taken away from first responders. What this test does, it actually lets people know if their body has already started to build up an immunity. That's huge for clinics like yours.
It is. It's very huge because the public is, they want to know. And we're down here at St. Vincent de Paul's to actually help out with the underprivileged and underserved because we're not sure what the risk is in terms of what their status is. And it's very important that now we do have an FDA emergency authorized test to actually know.
All right, and as I wrap up here, would you show them what the test looks like, what the little container looks like when you open it up? Because it's a quick little prick of the finger. After that, they take that test of the blood. They then put it on a small carton, if you would, Scott, that has it lets you know. It has 3 different lines there to let you know if you are immune or not immune. And this is one of those where it's kind of weird because if you're negative, it just means you haven't been affected by the coronavirus. But if you're positive, in a way, it's some good news because it says your body's starting to build up the immunity and you can feel a little safer when you either go back to work or around other folks, because by building up the immunity is kind of what we all want to do here so we can move on and get this economy back rolling.